Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, June the 21st, 2022, and today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 59, 2 Kings 9, 14 through 26, Ephesians 2, 11 through 22, or you could have read Psalm 64, Job 19, 1 through 22, and then Ephesians 2, 11 through 22 again. I'm going to take a look at Ephesians and talk about being a theist or an atheist. So a theist is somebody who believes in God, and generally you know what the word atheist means, right? There's somebody who says they don't believe in God. Sometimes it can just mean they don't want to believe in God. But we've got something going on here. Wesley in his sermon 125 kind of talks about this word in relationship to the text from Ephesians. Matter of fact, his sermon 125, which is called On Living Without God, is uses as its main text verse 12 here. Remember that you were at that time without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers to the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. And he talks about how this isn't just merely not he talks about how it could be translated atheist. And some people are like, well, that's kind of harsh. But he says it's not just merely that people that don't believe in God, which is kind of true. A lot of the people, not kind of, it is true. A lot of the people that Paul was talking to, they really did believe in a God or gods, and they desperately wanted to believe in God. But Paul is saying that they were without God. They really, truly were atheist without God. And so, Wesley's saying they might have believed in God, but they were without God. So, and then he goes in this really weird illustration, but it kind of works. Some of what he thinks and suspects about the illustration is, I think, a little wonky, but it was not wonky for the time. But he tells this story about a toad that was trapped inside a hollow tree, right? So it was cut off from all reality save its own. So picture this toad that's lived for who knows how long inside this hollowed out tree until the tree gets cut down, and then the toad's kind of suddenly just thrown into the midst of everything, right? Hops away happily. But it's cut off from all reality save its own, and it's trapped in silence and darkness for its whole life. And as Paul says, that they were strangers, these people that are without God, they're strangers to the promise. They have no hope. They're without God in the world. And it's not so much that God isn't in the world or wasn't in the world moving for them, but that without Christ, they were walled off from him. And the great work that Christ has done is to knock down the tree so far, to tear down that wall so that they no longer have to be without God, but they can be with God. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out and find some toads trapped in trees or something. See you later. Boop.